Hi there and welcome to Mr. Mitchell's Mathematics. We're now going to be looking at how to draw stem and leaf diagrams from raw data. Like always, make sure you've got a pen and paper ready so that you can do the calculations in this video. So, the best way to show how to do this is to do a worked example. Imagine if I have the data in front of me here and I need to put it in a stem and leaf diagram. Now the first thing I need to do is basically detach the unit and see what I have left. In this case, if I detach the unit, I have tens left. So I need to see how many different types of tens I have. I have 30s, I have 40s, I have 50s, and I have 60s. So here, those are my stems. I write 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then, to separate them from the leaves, I draw a straight line. Great. The next thing I do is I add my leaves, one for each number from the raw data. So to do this, I'm going to put 39 here, would be a 3 and then line 9. To do the other 39, I put a comma and then a 9. And as there's no further number in the 30s, that line is complete. I now move to the 40s. I have 40 here, so I put a 0, 41, 42, another 42, 47, and 49. So I can now cross off all of these numbers as they've been entered into the stem and leaf diagram. I'm now going to do all of the 50s. So I have 50, 52, another 52, 53, 53, 53, and no more 50s. So I've entered all of the numbers in my raw data into the stem and leaf diagram. I now have two numbers left. Those are 60 and 63. Great. The last thing you always need to remember with a stem and leaf is that you need to write a key. So this just allows the person that's reading your diagram to understand it fully. So what we do is we pick the first number, in this case 3/9, and we let people know that that equals 39. Here we have now completed a stem and leaf diagram complete with a key. So I'm now going to give you a chance to try and make a stem and leaf diagram on your own at home. Have a look at this raw data, pause the video, and on a scrap piece of paper, draw out a stem and leaf diagram. In a few moments, restart the video and I'll show you how I did it. Best of luck. Great, so the first thing that we need to do is detach the units. And if we detach the units, we start to see that we've got 3 stems. These are 19 tens, 20 tens, and 21 tens. And then we should draw a line like that. Next, what we do is we need to enter our leaves onto the stems. So I have 190, 191, 194, 195, 5, 5, and 198. I have therefore entered all of my leaves for 19 stem. Good. The next thing I need to do is enter the leaves for the 20 stem, or the numbers beginning with 20. So I have 201, 201, 203, 207, and 207. So I cross off all of those. The last section I have here is numbers that begin with 21, or have 21 tens. So I do 21, 1, 1, 8, 9. And I have now entered all of my raw data into a stem and leaf diagram. But like I said before, you need to draw a key. So we pick the first number, which is in this case 19/0, and let people know that that is 190. Great, so I hope you got that right. I'm now going to give you one final chance to have a go at drawing stem and leaf diagrams. Like all of these things, practice makes perfect, so I really encourage you to take the opportunity. Here is a new set of numbers with a decimal point that makes it that bit harder. Pause the video now, draw a stem and leaf diagram on a scrap piece of paper, and in a few moments I'll give you the correct way of doing it. Best of luck. Great, so the first thing to do is to detach the final number. Now, the first number is a bit misleading, as you might think to detach it here. But as all of the other numbers are to 2 decimal places, we detach it at this point. So what we're going to do is that the stem numbers are going to be 8.7, 8.8, and 8.9. Draw a straight line here. And now we're going to start entering our leaves. We have 8.7, so we need to put a 0 there because 8.70. 8.74, so 8.74, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is all of the leaves for 8.7. Next we have 8.8, so 8.81, 8.85, 8.87, and that is it. So we cross those off. The last one we have is 8.9, so we have a 0 there for the first number, and then we have 1 and 8, so we're going to just put them in there. Like before, we need to do a little key, so the key is here, and we draw the 8.7 straight line 0 equals 8.70. Good. So there you have it. You now know how to take raw data and put it into a stem and leaf diagram. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. If you have any questions or queries, leave a comment in the section below and make sure to subscribe to Mr. Mitchell's Mathematics. Have a great day.